There, we're live. Of course, I didn't get to put anything out there. I don't know. Is it out there on the tweet? Oh, yeah, it is.
I know, but this time of day, it's unlikely to get as many people because people will be working.
Who's working?
I don't know.
I'm not. Yeah, I took the day off
That's good.
so I could podcast. Actually, I had to go to the dentist and I had to go downtown to the health department and get my dog registered with the city so we can take her to the dog park so she can run around and wear herself out so I don't have to walk her 5 times a day.
Right.
So, yep, as I was talking, got the dog. And they said she was housebroken. Kinda.
Yeah, that's always the thing. Some breeds, it's almost impossible to completely housebreak her.
Yeah. Well, that's how we do all the walks. And then she's supposed to be 2 years old, but man, she acts like a puppy.
Yes.
If you could see my arm right here, I don't know.
Yes.
Maybe you could see some of the that way. Some of the bruises where she's been playing and nipping.
Yeah.
So,
Well, good.
so yeah, we got the newest member of the family there. So just in time for football season.
Right.
Oh, and if anybody doesn't know, blue tick coonhounds are bred to hunt. I don't know, raccoons and
Yes.
other animals that go up into trees.
Right.
And there's quite a few squirrels around here.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, I have to congratulate her all the time about she treated that squirrel. And you gotta, I mean, that's what she's doing. So she gets up there, she's pointing up the tree, and you gotta acknowledge that, or it drives her, or she won't do anything else.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I tell you what was freaky the other night. Actually, yeah, Ann was with me, so we were walking the dog. So we were sitting there at a corner, waiting for the cars to go by. All of a sudden, it's like thump, and this squirrel just fell out of a tree about like 50 feet onto the sidewalk there, and momentarily stunned, and it
Right.
surprised the hell out of Tilly. That's the dog. And then she looked at the squirrel. Squirrel looked at her, and that squirrel just bolted up to that tree, and she just went nuts because squirrels were just falling from trees.
Well, good.
So, but no, she's a lot of fun getting exercise. I think Ann's commenting that she's lost a few inches on the in the jeans and everything from all this walking. Like I said, we were doing about
Wow.
5 or 6 miles a day.
Wow. That's a lot of walking. That's a
Why
lot of
you don't
walking.
walk your dog?
I do, but not 5 miles a day. I don't. Or 5 times a day.
So yeah, that's kind of cutting to the podcasting time. So, but
Yes.
we're seeing about getting the backyard fenced in. Like I got her registered so we can go to the dog park and just let her run crazy for an hour. Then she'll probably go to
Right.
sleep all night. So we'll get that taken care of.
Well,
Now I can
that's
get back to my reading schedule and everything too.
yes.
So I got magazines to read. I got comics to read. I
Oh
got
gosh, I got more comics to read than you can shake a stick at.
what? I thought you'd cut back.
I have cut back, but still got all those that I had before that I haven't read.
You had that whole pandemic to read.
I know. I know. I'm not saying anything.
Well, you're reading something, right? Not just
Yeah. Yeah. I reread the book Men of Tomorrow, which is kind of talks about the history of the early comic books, particularly with DC. And I reread that book. That's good. I'm still trying to read. I'm still reading Rachel Rising.
what? You could get through that in a weekend.
No, you can't. No, not me. I read 2 or 3 issues and then I put it aside. Don't read it for a few days and then pick it up. It's very much. I have become a total Mike Myers esque mood reader. It's like I don't read anything unless I'm in the mood for it, with the exception of Batman stuff. I have to read that to keep up with my other podcasts.
Oh, wait a second. So how's this mood and how's the mood reading work for you? I know I've kind of been doing a little bit of that. I still get my Wednesday books and I read those, and I
Right,
get my Cowabunga stuff and I read that. But I have found that I don't read them immediately when I get them. I kind
right,
of sort through them and figure out what I want to read.
right.
But so how's the mood reading? I mean, how do you know you're in the mood for like I don't know a western, or you're in the mood for capes and cows, or you're in the mood for whatever?
I just go through, start flipping through. I got my long boxes that I've got stuff steered, but I've got a particular short box that I throw my kind of new stuff in, and before I put it in permanent storage,
Mm-hmm.
and I just kind of flip through the books, and when something hits my fancy, I like, oh, I want to read that. I get it and I read it.
Well, is that the cover? Is it the synopsis that you've heard before, or
That's not necessarily the cover. It's just like, okay, it's like I was flipping through the other day, and they put out a new green Green Hornet series.
mm-hmm.
So I'm flipping through the other day, and I'm looking at it, and I was like, okay, yeah, I want to read that. So I read those, catch up on those 3 issues. I don't know. I just start flipping through my boxes, and when I see something, it just strikes me.
Yeah,
Like,
but
yeah,
is it
I want to read
organized? I mean, are they just haphazardly in there? It's like, oh, here's issue 3. Let me go find issues 1 and 2 and read them.
that. No, some of my new stuff is the new stuff. Like I said, before I put it in order, it's a little bit out of out of order, but not much. I mean, we're not talking less than a short box of that way.
No, that's not too bad.
No, it's not.
So what have you gotten a hold of lately that you liked?
Well, I've been reading all the damn uh, books and tie-ins for this Batman Joker war.
Oh, yeah, I've only been reading the main titles for that.
I don't usually read tie-ins. I really don't, but I decided I wanted to for this one. So there's the main stories in Batman, but tie-ins. There's like 5 issues of Detective Comics that tie it in, 5 issues of Nightwing, 2 or 3 of Batgirl, 2 of Catwoman. Uh, I think Red Hood and the Outlaws has a tie-in. So yeah, I've been reading that. Like I say, Rachel Rising, When the Mood Strikes Me. Um, Valiant stuff. Rye is really good. The
Yeah, I ended up missing an issue of Rye that didn't get to my LCS, so I gotta track it down. I think it was issue 5. I think issue 7 just came out.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, I gotta track that down. I've been getting the pre-order bundles, so hmm,
Right.
that's kind of what I want to keep going. But I may have to put a regular cover or a regular issue in for that run.
Understandable.
Yeah, I've kind of noticed that Valiant has been putting out much, or they've kind of cut back, or they're I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
I was listening to Martin's interview, and I guess they're strategically re-releasing stuff to kind of because I guess there's cycles in the market when this month it's better to for miniseries, and this time of year is better for ongoings to start, and this time of the year is better for trade paperbacks or whatever. So
Right. Well, like I say, uh, I mean, there's stuff. I just got the email from Cowabunga for the latest delivery. Expected it tomorrow, actually.
ooh, I get mine today.
And oh my gosh, this is one of the biggest orders I've gotten in a long time, and a lot of it dates back. Some of that stuff, some of the um diamond codes are February and March and June. A lot of the back order stuff that's just now coming back in.
Oh, so
That you ordered.
I guess you're gonna be able to cover all your moods soon.
Hopefully, but yeah, I like Bloodshot #8. That's on here coming out, but it had a February diamond code on it, so it should have been coming out. Uh, Excalibur number 12 had April. You know. So
Yeah, actually, I got mine up here. I don't
March.
know. Yeah, I got some July, some April. Ooh, yeah, some March. I don't know about the DC stuff because it's UCS.
I know I hate those new UCS codes because they don't give you any idea what month.
Yeah, actually, I'm looking at this. This is a pretty long list for me too.
Yeah, I know. It's like 14 items or more than that. No, more than that.
Just 14?
I take it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, nearly 30.
There's some good reading there.
Yeah, I'm getting the graphic novel hardcover of the Slaughterhouse Five. Did you ever read Slaughterhouse Five? Kurt
No,
Vonnegut.
I don't think I actually have. I don't think I've ever read that.
That's interesting.
That I haven't read it or the book.
No, the book. It's one of the better novels. One of my favorite novels, but it's really bizarre and pretty dark.
Perfect time of year to read it then, huh?
Yeah.
No, no. I've been doing my standard reading. And I got through this in the Discord yesterday. I did pick this up yesterday at the LCS. Oh, where is it? This Justice League America
Oh yeah, you tweeted about that.
30 because it's got the Crime Syndicate on it. I thought it was the first appearance, but they appear in the second issue or the issue previous to this.
Right.
So, but it's a great cover to my light. Well, this isn't really a my light. Anyway, it's a great cover. It really pops. I got this more for the look at, and it's the second Crime Syndicate. I went on DC Universe, which I guess is renaming it something else, and read the issue previous to this and this issue. And
Yeah.
ooh, it was rough.
Rough.
Yeah, that story didn't age well.
A lot of them don't.
Actually, when did that come out? Let me look right here. Justice League, Justice. Well, I don't know. So Justice League of America 29, which is the first part of this story, which is Crisis on Earth 3. 1964. August of 1964. So then this one came out September of 64. So, yeah. Let's just say it was
Okay. Oof.
Yeah. And the other thing I got is I knocked another book off my X-Men run.
Ooh.
So I came into the LCS. It was a good price, so I ended up with an X-Men 3.
X-Men 3, 4.0. That's not bad.
No, well, man, you start getting into these low-digit numbers, they start getting really expensive.
Yes, I know.
So
I'm well aware.
So
Or I can well imagine.
got that. So all I need for like the first 40, I guess now, is like issue 1 and issue 2. Issue 2 is in the realm of possibility of getting. Issue 1, may have to win the lottery.
I was gonna say, what would be like a 5.0 number
For
one?
what?
What would they?
Oh, for an
X-Men
X-Men
number
1?
one.
Oh, an X-Men 1. 5.0 runs about $8.5 grand. Last sale was on eBay about 14 days ago for $8.5 grand, and the last sale before that was in June for $8.6 grand, and in March one sold for about $10 grand. So it's on the way down.
It is.
Yeah, like a 0.5.
Oh,
A 0.5 goes for $2 grand.
that's just nuts.
3 days ago, yeah, no, 4 days ago on Heritage, a 0.5 X-Men 1 went for that. So, like I said,
A 0.5 is that even worth having? I mean, that's bad
Well,
shape.
what if it's a point? What if it? Okay, what makes a 0.5? Is
I
it?
don't know.
Oh, actually, I do. For what you need, kind of know this stuff is you need the Overstreet Guide to Grading Comics,
Yes.
cat and a half. So 0.5 could be like a detached cover, but the cover still looks good, but it's detached, and maybe you've got some missing pages.
Okay.
No, they don't grade it if it's got missing pages. That's right. Ooh, you can get a 0.3, which is an incomplete. Okay, 0.5 is point 0.3.
Incomplete.
Okay, 0.5 is poor. Most comic books in this grade have been sufficiently degraded to the point where there is little or no collector value. They are easily identified by a complete absence of value appeal. Comics in this grade are brittle, almost to the point of turning to dust with a touch, and are usually incomplete. But depending on the comic, still go for 1.5 grand.
Man.
Like, like, let's see. Can you see that? That's an
Yeah.
example of like a 0.5 comic. So it's got tears in it, it's rips, it's got color smear.
Right.
Like, here's one where, I can't figure out. It's got it down there at the bottom where like a lot of the cover's gone,
Right.
but there's only, and then you get something like an incomplete, which is like, I love the example here they got for an incomplete, an NG, a Batman 1 incomplete.
Right.
No, just no
No
cover.
cover.
So yeah, that's what a 0.5 is. But you can still, if you got one, you can still say, hey, I got an
I guess
X-Men
so.
one.
Man, I couldn't shell out 2 grand for something that was in that bad a shape. I don't think. I just
Yeah. But
if you got that too, if I got that and showed it to my wife, she'd like, "You paid 2 grand for that piece of garbage."
So, well, a bunch of these comics I've been getting lately, my LCS, he's calling it the Michigan Collection.
Right.
So he's got a lot of connections in the industry, especially through his pulp business. He does a lot of pulps. He's the one that introduced me to it and everything. Hey, there's the Bat Pod. He has a one with a detached cover. Does he have a Batman one with a detached cover, or he has a Batman comic with a detached cover?
I don't know.
So now I'm
I'm
typing.
impressed if he's got a Batman #1.
So I get so, but anyway, so he bought this collection in Michigan, and there's some good stuff in it. You got a bunch of Marvel Silver Age, like it had the 48, the 49, the 50 for Fantastic Four, and that's where I got some of these X-Men that I've been getting lately, and everything's from that collection, all that, and as he's been
Right.
going through them. But he had a gorgeous Hulk 181 first appearance of Wolverine. So I got to hold it for a bit and all everything like that, and they decided they were going to send it to Heritage.
Right.
So it went to Heritage and it got graded a 9.6. So it's going to go up in the next auction for about 25 grand.
Phew.
So he's got a detached cover to Batman 68.
That's a pretty low number.
Yeah, but yeah, I got to hold that 9.6181. I wasn't about to take it out of the bag and board. But yeah, it's going to go. They're expected to fetch 20 to 25 grand.
I'm wondering if that's original 68 or current 68
Oh, come on. It's
from
got
the
to be
Tom King.
a Tom
From
King
the
68.
Tom King 68.
No,
I've got that.
I
I've
was
got
looking.
that,
It's
and it
like
doesn't have a detached cover.
my, I was looking. He's got some double digit Batman comics in the case. I'm trying to think what the numbers are. What's the one with the Batman, with the Joker's utility belt?
Oh gosh,
I've been looking at that. That's been sitting in there, and I've been looking at that, and that's actually an interesting cover.
begin to tell you what number that is, but it's an old one.
And he's got some, I don't know. He's been getting a lot of good Golden Age stuff because there's been that, and it is issue 73.
Yep, you're right. That's
and
a
it's
low number too. Yeah.
yeah, but the yellows on it just popping everything.
Yeah.
And if let me see, can I? That's not what I want to do. Oh, here we go. This is what I want to do. Uh, oh, it's not doing it. I was going to share the screen, but oh, maybe I got to do it this way. Oh, no. I got to do it this way. So I know this is usually a podcast, but if you, wow, have I already forgotten how to use this here thing? Oh, well. I think the issue is, it's like, I think Firefox has done some stuff and it doesn't
Right.
work with things anymore. And I just like Firefox. So anyway, just, just take a look at issue 68. That's a nice, or 73. That's a nice cover. But
Right.
now that I've seen it, he's got issue 68. I'm gonna have to find me a cover list something earlier than that,
Huh.
just so I can. So, but anyway, I need to send some stuff off to CGC. I know Mike hates hearing that. I'm gonna get some stuff slabbed, but gotta get
Right.
it in there, get it pressed, get it slabbed, throw it in the PC so that when the wife has to get rid of the collection, they know what to do with it.
Right.
So,
Yes. Oh gosh. Here's a. I was doing a research on the Joker's utility belt.
oh, were you?
Yeah,
Is
they
there a
got
9.8 out there?
a. No, I didn't see one. But here's one that shows what's in that utility belt: a hand buzzer, sneezing powder.
Oh, okay. So the highest on the census is an 8.5. There's two 8.5s of that.
Wow.
And an 8.0 last sold in December of 2016 for 18 grand. Well, I take that back. They're sitting there saying they're saying the price was 6,500, so maybe they're adjusting for inflation or something.
Maybe.
I tell you what, look at this. Okay, there's a 7.0 version of that sold on eBay back in February for 4.6 grand. 7.0.
Gosh.
So fun stuff.
Yes.
So yeah, you were talking about reading some stuff. I still haven't started Becoming Superman by J. Michael Straczynski. I need to read that sometime.
So I've heard of that book.
No, it came out last year. I got it when it came out, and actually, it's got a bunch of stuff on it. Like, I don't know. I thought I'd gotten a damaged book, and that's actually the way it was supposed to have come. Let me grab it here real quick, as you can see, if you look at the top, you know,
Right.
it's got that on it on the side, and I thought, oh crap, what the hell? Something got all over my book. And I'm kind of particular about my books, like I am my comics. And then it's like,
Yes.
oh no, that's the way they come. It's kind of got a, I don't know, I forget what it was they were trying to figure out with that, but all right. I gotta read that. I got 2 National Geographics. I got my 1 Bourbon magazine. I got the MIT. I got 2. I'm behind 2 issues of MIT Technology Review.
Wait a minute. Bourbon magazine.
Yeah, Bourbon Plus. It's pretty cool. Tells me all about things like here, this issue talks about corn, how it goes in and how it gives the flavor and everything.
Okay.
And then they talk about, food that you pair with them, or here's a Buffalo Trace tour guide and some stuff like that. So it just came in yesterday, so I'm not that too far behind on it.
No.
So
Like all those different corns that they use at
Pickney Bend.
Pinckney Bend.
Hey, you still got some of that stuff? Or you already
I do.
got?
No, I'm almost. I'm just. I probably have one more large gin and tonic on my first bottle.
Is there
So,
anything? What are you saying? You sound large, like there's any other size.
well, yeah, true. I hadn't been thinking about that, but there's large and then there's large, really large. So, I've got enough. Almost finished with the first bottle of the two I brought back. So
Hey. Well, I'm sitting there. I've been actually doing more. So remember that rum I took to C2E2 that Travis really liked?
yes.
I think we got through all of that there. So I got another bottle of that got delivered like a couple of weeks ago. So I've been doing some dark and stormies with that rum and ginger beer.
Ugh.
Oh, you don't like ginger beer?
It's okay. It's not my favorite, but
It just burns. That's what's so great about it. It's ginger.
it gives me kind of acid reflux sometimes,
Okay, I can see that. I can see that.
which is doesn't make sense because I've heard that ginger is supposed to be good for your digestive process.
Well, maybe ginger ale, not ginger beer.
Okay, ginger ales too. It just depends on who makes it. Some are more mild than others. That
I
ginger
like it.
ale that you brought 2 years ago was pretty strong.
Well, you don't like strong ginger ale?
Again, depending on who makes it, it can give me acid reflux.
It's like Q. I know their symbol is Q, but I can't think of who the name
Right?
of the company is. It's
It
whatever's
could
it's
be.
whatever's at the liquor store, so it's actually pretty good. Well, I like it, but I like it as mixed. I don't think I've ever drank it separate by itself.
Right.
So
I'm wondering if there's even going to be another C2E2 next year. If there's going to be any comic conventions next year.
I think I saw where somebody said they were selling tickets to the LA Comic Con coming up soon.
Okay. Who knows?
Let us see. LA Comic Con. In-person convention.
Okay.
Yeah, what's the dates on it? So if you want to go to a con because you miss it so bad, you can go to LA. It's in 70 days, 21 hours.
I don't want to go to LA. It's not my
I don't mind LA. Oh, it's December 11th through 13th.
interesting.
I want to think somebody showed me a sign where they usually have 42,000 and they're only going to allow 14,000.
Right.
And I guess that's over what, 2 or 3 days?
I suppose.
So, but yeah, they're going to try it. They are going to
Okay.
try it.
So that's what I'm wondering if they're going to have it, but reduced.
All they
I don't
got to doesn't I don't know, doesn't California have one of the like still having issues with
know. Oh, yeah. California's got all kinds of issues COVID, fires, uh, taxes, all kinds of things. But you notice one thing we haven't heard what, and we've usually got it by this time:
what? Oh,
press
is
passes, information on the media passes.
you sure?
I think saying we usually get it around October. Maybe it's later. I don't know.
Um, I'm trying to. I can't remember when we get it.
I was thinking we had it by now, but I may be wrong.
Mm, maybe I don't know. This year kind of just
This year sucks.
muddled together.
Yes.
So,
Why did I get that?
what'd you get? What?
I was trying to bring up the website, and I do a DuckDuckGo search on it, and it says, "Okay, here's c2e2.com."
Hey, I finally figured out how to share the screens again. So there's the Batman 73. Actually,
Right.
there's a better picture of it. But you said, but there's the Tom King one too, which isn't a bad cover.
No, it's not.
So
This is weird. The C2E2 site takes you to. I click on it, it takes me to findthemetaverse.com.
what?
It's not even working.
Is that like
website.
is it going to a DC? Oh, okay now. Yeah, so what? You don't think so? C2E2's gone bankrupt?
I don't think so. But their website is not going to their.
It says here it's March 26th to 28th, 2021.
I'm trying to get it to come up. It won't now.
Oh well. All I know is that Airbnb is still available.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is.
So, yeah, I wonder how the Airbnbs. Well, it's not that I gotta wonder. I think I've heard that. Yeah, they're not been doing too well and everything.
Well, I can't imagine nobody doing that well.
So, what other mood reading comics have you gotten into?
Uh, the last couple of weeks, not really. I mean, any Money Shot.
Yeah, that's great when that comes out.
That's a
Yeah,
funny one.
I'm still liking all the Vault stuff. You've been getting all the. Oh, do you see where they're doing the follow up to Fearscape
No, I haven't.
Revolt? Yeah, it's called something. I don't have my previews on me, but it's going to have those similar. It's going to have similar cover designs and all that, and I guess the unreliable narrator and all that. Well, I don't know about that part, but the artwork looks the same and everything like that. So I saw that, and I'm really excited about when that comes out. But
Right now,
Vault's
only
really increased their output. They're getting up there where they're doing 7 or 8 titles a month now.
yes, I know, and I'm not reading but a couple of them right now. I'm reading no three I guess. I'm reading Finger Guns, Money Shot, and Wasted Space.
Yeah, how do you like Finger Guns?
It's not bad. It's a little bit different.
Yeah. Yeah, Wasted. I keep feeling I've missed a couple of issues of Wasted Space
You may have.
because it feels like it's been a while since I read one. Have you been getting them for the past few months?
I haven't gotten any recently because he's ended the. I mean, he does.
Oh, Into the
runs,
Arc.
ended an arc, so I haven't gotten one in recently. You know.
Hmm. No, I'm gonna have to check and look. I keep meaning I got to get better at cataloging my comics. Do you sit there and use a database or anything?
I do.
How do you motivate yourself to put stuff into the database?
Just I don't know. You do it. You say I'm gonna spend time doing this. Well, the one I use, um, you can use a barcode reader with it. So the new stuff I have to do is scan the barcode, and it.
Will it do the correct cover and everything?
Yeah, usually. 'Cause,
Usually.
I mean, every once in a while, it'll come up with. It'll say. It'll ask you. Put it in, and a pop up will come up with 2 or 3 choices of different covers. So then you have to choose the one, but most of the time it's the right cover. Yeah.
Can you sit there and go, I've got this series and I got issues 1 through 80. So just say, okay, put in there issues 1 through 80 of this series, or do you have to put in each one separately?
You have to go in, and it has all the titles and stuff out there. Like if you pulled up X-Men, it'd bring up the whole X-Men run. And then you have to key in the ones, either with a, if you don't have a barcode reader, like the old stuff that doesn't have barcodes, you got to work it manually. So you bring up X-Men. So like on your number 3, you would go to that, you would bring it up and it lists starting at 1, all the X-Men titles. And there's a field out there that's quantity owned, and it defaults to 0. So you'd have to go and change that to 1 or 2 or however many copies you have. Like if you've got multiples of something, you put that in there. I got 3 copies of this or 2 copies of that. Um, and there's shortcuts a way to get around it. You could highlight a range of numbers. Like say you had 3 through 10. You can go in and just right click on the quantity on number 3, drag it down to 10, and hit 1. So I've got one of each, and it would fill in the quantity for all those. It's what Mike Myers uses, the same database. It's called
Uh,
Comic Base.
is it? Well, yeah. It sounds like there's updates all the time, and
Yeah, it updates about once a week. They put new comics out there.
well, I guess you'd have to do for that. Does it back up to the cloud, or do you got to have it backed up locally?
You can do both. You can back it up to cloud.
Oh, I guess that's easier than a spreadsheet. Do you have to put the grade and all that in there?
Yes,
Ugh.
it defaults to like near mint, I think. But you have to do that all. But you would have to do that.
Well, do you have to, or can you just
You
like?
don't have to. I don't usually.
All right. I guess
I
it's
can
for the
like
people that wants to sell their, has their collection or has their books in there to keep track of them and try to sell them and do stuff like that.
right.
So,
This is, and you could. I'm trying to think of all the. Let me bring it up. Let me start it.
oh,
Comic
you got to
Base.
start it up, so it is running off a database.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if it's running off an Oracle backend or I don't know. That's kind of what I've been dealing with the past month or so. Is I've been trying to do on some projects with dashboards and access and the Oracle backend and things like that. And ugh. They just gave me a week. I could get it all figured out as opposed to fitting it in with everything else.
Right. Like, okay, so I brought this up, and it defaulted to
Hmm.
All Star Batman and Robin, the Boy Wonder.
Yeah.
So the fields I've got on here are the item number, which is the you know uh, issue number,
Hmm.
quantity. It gives you a UPC code, gives you the cover price, the cover date.
All right. That you don't have to put that in. It gives it to you.
No, it's all out there. Uh, storyline. It gives you the writer, the artist, the inker, the cover artist, the colorist, and then you have some custom fields that you can customize. Um, like if you wanted to put your stuff in there, you can put grading notes in there, or they have graders notes. You can put any kind of stuff like. So it's pretty comprehensive. Like I say, I don't use it. I don't keep up with all that much stuff. I just mostly use it for the quantity, and then you can run reports off of it.
So what kind of report do you need off your comic collection?
Let me see. Here's a report.
Except where you got holes in your runs.
You can do that. Collection overview, collection report. You could print divider labels if you wanted to put it on, like if you're using dividers in your long boxes. Item checklist. That's one where you can look at and get, okay, what are my missing items? You know.
The comic book database. Maybe I need to get one sometime.
And there's another one that called CLZ that I think that's what Dewan uses.
Yeah, I've heard of CLZ. I was thinking that's what you actually were using.
I've had it. I've got it. You can use that off of your phone, and you can scan in using your phone. Can scan barcodes and it puts stuff out there. It's less expensive than Comic Base. Comic Base is like I'm trying to figure out what it's.
Is it just a annual fee to get the updates so new
Well, you have to
comics
buy it
are?
initially. Yeah, that's what you're paying for is the upgrade. Because if you don't, you can buy the thing and you get a free membership of free upgrades for a year. I mean, you get or for upgrades for a year, then you have to pay another annual fee to continue on. Otherwise, they quit giving you the updates. So I don't know. It would take you less time to do this than it would putting everything into a spreadsheet. There's no question about that.
Yeah, I can see that, especially when you can start putting barcodes in.
Right.
Or I can just keep doing what I'm doing, and I know I kind of go through on occasion, figure out my holes, write it down on a post-it note, stick it in my wallet.
Oh yeah, that works too if you keep up with that.
So some old school like that.
Right.
Uh, so what else good stuff you been reading?
Oh gosh. Not much really, other than what I just told you. Um,
Or are you looking forward to? I mean, my thing is, okay, you're behind on reading. I meant to catch up on a bunch of the comic book TV shows. And it's like I still haven't watched any Umbrella Academy. I haven't watched any of The Boys, even though I loved season one. I was gonna watch the finish off the rest of the Marvel stuff on Netflix, and man, I still haven't watched the third season of Preacher from last summer. I think I got that on my DVR.
right.
So I'm in no TV, fitting in some reading.
I've been watching off of the DC Universe because I'm trying to watch it before it goes away in January. Uh,
Oh, all the
the,
animated stuff and other
yeah,
movies and things.
animated stuff. I've been watching the Batman, not Batman the animated series. It's the Batman, which I think it ran in 2007 to 2009. It shows Batman as a younger, like year 3 or so Batman. 75, 65 episodes of that.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
watching a few of those a week. I try to catch up on it. I'd like to watch the entire 85 episodes of the original Batman the animated series. Watch those again, but that's a time commitment.
Well, 85 episodes for that's like 40 something hours. Actually, aren't the episodes only without commercials only about 23 minutes or so?
Something like that, yeah. So
3 an hour. You get that done in like 20 hours. You could, you know, watch that in a day straight. Just get only 4 hours of sleep.
no, I'm not. I I don't do that. I'm not a binge watcher. Um, Never have been any of that kind of stuff. Or I binge watch for one day and then I have to take a couple days off because I'm burned out on that.
But now you've turned into a mood reader where you can read multiple issues at once. Oh, okay,
Right.
2 issues at once.
Right.
I can see where you get behind. I'm sitting here trying to see. Oh, talking about. I want to think there was some. Well, where's this? My latest stack. I want to think there was something I read that I just really, really enjoyed. I wanted to talk about. Let's see. There's some Batman. Oh, some of the Batman covers have been just awesome lately. No, that's all main stuff. Low, Remender's ending. Final issue of Low comes out here soon. That only took like 4 or 5 years to do 25 issues. Oh, I see that 3 Jokers came out on time. So Jeff
Yes.
Johns,
The number 2 came out.
so
Well,
he's gotten on the schedule.
well, supposedly they're all 3 already written. From
Oh,
what
I
he
guess that helps.
told, they didn't put out the first one until they were all done. So
Oh, that's a smart thing to do.
yeah,
You know, maybe I already put it up because there's no really indies in there that I can think of. Wow, I really enjoyed that. I saw. Oh, what is it? I helped. Mike Myers was on Twitter going about Nintendo comics and everything, and I think Aaron Myers had gotten some and wouldn't sell him any, and actually have been picking those up. So I helped Mike out and sent him some Nintendo comics, which for anybody that's listening, those were like the first ones that Valiant did. So they're considered the first Valiant comics. So they did Nintendo and then they did wrestling comics.
Right.
So and I've got all my VH1, but at some point I got to get the wrestling and finish off my Nintendo stuff.
Right.
Some of that Nintendo stuff can get expensive though. Whew.
Oh yeah.
Apparently they didn't print much of it. Well, nobody knew who Valiant was at the time.
Right. Yeah, I saw that because he puts out. He does his little things on Periscope, and I get a
You get a notification?
chirp when he's coming out. So I watched him. So I saw him going through those Nintendo.
He did. I didn't see. He said he did it. And I missed it, and then I can't find it on his Twitter feed.
Huh.
So I may have to track. Well, as long as he's happy with them.
Look on Periscope because I think it shows him up there. The past ones.
I don't know if I have a Periscope account.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. No biggie, no biggie. So, no comic shows going on around you? They are not planning anything?
No, I wish there were, but the small ones,
They're not even doing that where they limited people in?
no. At least not that I know of. I've been doing some. I mean, I go out and search every once in a while, but so, there was a rumor that one of them that they do, my favorite one that they do, small con, is going away and not coming back. I don't think it had anything to do with COVID. I think just the organizer, the guy who organized it, just got tired of doing it.
Too many people complaining about it and not realizing what a good thing they got? That's usually how it goes.
North Texas comic.
Is that in Dallas?
Well, Irving, which is one of the suburbs of Dallas.
I want to think I got some kind of message that they were going to do the St. Louis Wizard World, which I haven't been to a Wizard World in like 8 years because I went to one that like sucked, and they're not really Comic Cons anymore.
Right.
No, the Wizard Worlds aren't.
Yeah, the North Texas Comic Book Show. I go up to their website and it still talks about the February show that they did back in the 15th and the 16th.
Well, maybe we'll have our C2E2.
I hope so. I'm just curious as to how they're going to do it. You know, if they're going to let limited number of people in at a time, or yeah.
You can only come. You can't get a 3-day pass. You can only come one day.
It's gonna suck.
Randomly picked which one day you get to come.
Could be. I don't know. It just depends on how COVID goes and how if a vaccine comes along.
By March.
So I don't know. That's pretty aggressive.
Well, pretty aggressive with no side effects.
Right.
If you don't mind side effects, hey.
Side effects are kind of important.
Depends on exactly what they are. There's side effects, and then there's side effects.
Right.
So anything else? We're going to keep this short. I'm trying to think. I thought. Are you looking for?
I was looking at this other show, Dallas Comic Show. Yeah, see, they haven't updated since November, so
nothing for you.
No local cons.
Yeah, we had little ones around here called Toy Man, which has got comics and such like that. Then there was another one here at the VFW that went on every other month and everything, and we haven't had any of those. So, but still, stuff selling on eBay for high prices.
Oh yes.
So, I guess since people can't go to shows, they're spending their stimulus on comics.
And I haven't looked at any more Batman 457s since I got you sold me the
I didn't give it to you.
one I want. I know. I corrected myself. Sold it to me.
What? What do you mean? You always got to look. It's one of those things you always look for.
I just haven't, man.
Well, have you been anywhere to look for comics?
No, I haven't. Other than my local comic shop, and I know he didn't have it. Any of them.
Why, he doesn't get new stuff in?
He does, but well, true. Um, so I need to look because I've got all 6 of them now. So
Well, then that means you need a second set.
yes,
Or you need to upgrade them all.
right. We'll have to see.
Well, you need to get that Robin 1 second print newsstand.
Robin, yeah.
So that can be your next white whale.
Yes.
Or just go for early point, cover detached Batman comics.
Well, I need to try to one of these days finish up on Shadow of the Bat. I'm getting pretty close on that one.
Oh, you haven't finished that one off? How many do you like?
I can't remember. I have to go back and look. I've lost track. I've got a lot of Legends of the Dark Knight still left to go. It's going to take me some time to complete that one.
How long did that series go for?
200 issues, something like that.
Oh, really? I remember that thing premiered back in the day. Well, let me see here. Let me hop on the Go Collect Legends of the Dark Knight. Nigget. Oh yeah, that was the one that Legends is the one that had that color thing.
Right.
Then I started in '89. I didn't realize there was a 0 issue of that.
Yeah.
And at least went to 214, which was 2007. So I went from 89 to 2007. Oh, that last issue is a pretty nice cover.
Right.
It's a Deadshot cover. Huh. Interesting. So, yeah, you got that and Legends and what was the other one again?
Shadow of the Bat.
Oh, Shadow of the Bat. That didn't go as long though, did it?
No, it didn't. It only had it was less than 100 issues. 80 something, I think.
Really? I thought it got up to the hundreds.
I don't think so.
All right. Oh, how do you like that new Bloodshot cover that's coming out that looks like the Detective 880?
I liked it. I thought it was funny. It was a nice homage.
Hey, have you gotten that one slabbed yet?
No, I haven't.
Gotten it pressed?
No.
At least you got it signed. 1 out of 3. Because I think you did that 3 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. First year I went to C2E2.
Oh yeah, and then we got behind the guy that had the briefcase, or not the luggage where he was carrying around $100 that he wanted Jock to sign.
Right.
That's when artists need to do a per signature pricing.
They should, especially somebody like Jock.
Well, I mean, that's the only reason I didn't get in the line for who was it at this year's C2E2? Murphy.
Oh yeah, Sean Murphy.
Yeah, every time we looked over his table, it was about 30 deep.
Yes. Yes, and I was gonna get something signed by him, but I put it off at C2E2 because hey, he's gonna be at the Dallas Fan Expo in a few weeks. Well, then COVID ruined that. So yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, Shadow of the Bat was 96 issues. So, Okay.
Oh, okay. I must be mixing it up with something else then.
Right.
So,
I'm trying to see what legends.
well, let
Batman, Legends of the Dark Knight.
all the Batman stuff. I was thinking about actually purging some of my miniseries and stuff like that that's not main titles.
Right.
I probably got some Batman like that I need to get out. I know I got some JLA from back in the 90s, a bunch of the little minis that I can have, slim the collection down, make room for new stuff.
Right. Yeah, Shadow of the Batman Legends of the Dark Knights. Volume 1 ran 215 issues. Volume 2 ran 79.
Oh, I didn't realize there was 2 volumes.
Yeah. So that's 294, almost 300.
Almost as much as Spawn.
Right. And I've got huge gaps in that. It's going to take me a few more years to try
No, or a couple of trips to Cowabunga.
to. Yes. Maybe that's what we should do next year instead of C2E2. Just have everybody go there and we just go to Cowabunga.
Just hang out in what is it,
Economawalk. Yeah.
Walk. What was the name of that diner?
Um. Oh gosh, I can't think of it. I don't know.
Just hang out at the diner. Go through comic books. Eat,
Have some more of those cheese curds.
yeah, eat cheese curds.
Right.
Which means there's got to be some beer somewhere.
Oh yeah. I think you can find beer in Wisconsin.
I think so. There should be some around.
Yeah.
And in March it ought to be like above freezing, right?
Yeah. Hopefully.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah. But so, do you have anything else?
No, I don't have too much. Like I said, I just been reading what's been coming out, which has been limited. It's like, actually, it's been kind of what for the first month or two is like Marvel was putting out stuff every other month or so, and then they've kind of gotten back on schedule. And actually, my LCS hasn't gotten their DC shipment the past 2 weeks.
Wow.
So they're supposed to be either getting it in today or tomorrow. So I'll go by my LCS tomorrow and see if I got the last 2 weeks worth of DC in or not.
Right.
So I guess that means I'm missing probably the latest issue of Batman and some other stuff.
Latest issue of Batman came out last week.
What was on the cover?
Um,
Well, which cover did you get? A
it's
or B?
99. I got the A cover because the B covers cost another extra $1 usually.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because it's the cardstock versions.
Yes, the prestige format or whatever they call it.
I don't know about prestige format. It's just a cardstock cover.
Okay, cardstock cover. All right.
That's so when you send it in and get slabbed, it comes back a 10.
Yes.
So, but yeah, okay. Yeah, I got to do that. Yeah, I went yesterday and I only had one comic
Wow.
because stuff's gotten canceled or delayed and the DC stuff didn't come in. So,
I only had one at my LCS yesterday too. That was 3 Jokers.
Yep, that's
Number
the one.
2.
Which is pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's a good series. I'm liking it.
And and so the cover artist is
Fabok.
Fabok.
He's the interior artist too.
Yeah, does it remind you of Ballard?
Yeah, could be. Yeah, a little bit. I can see where you get that.
Okay. Or is it just kind of like the way they're doing the headshots? Kind of looks like the Killing Joke and some other stuff like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's definitely doing It's kind of homage to some of the old covers, but
Anyway, good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, I just
yes,
you getting any of the playing cards? Or actually, they're not really playing cards. I guess they're just cards that come with it.
card.
The three
Yeah, my LCS guy gets those, and so he sticks them in there when I. Um,
request it.
no, he puts them in there automatically for me. I don't know if he does that for everybody, but like I went in to pay for it yesterday, and he went out to pay for it, and he flipped that card down.
Hey, there you go.
So don't know what I'm going to do with it because they're not really.
You put it in your rear bicycle spoke so it sounds like a car motor.
Yes, true.
You use it as a bookmark.
That's true. Use it as a bookmark.
Or you can sit there and, practice your card throwing skills.
Right.
See, all kinds of things. It's off the top of my head, I gave you some stuff to do with the card. Now you gotta go
Right.
figure it out. So, but no, I don't have anything else. And I guess we're at the
Okay.
point where we're rambling some. So, guess we can sign off.
Okay. Sounds
So,
good. Yeah, and you're almost coming up on time to walk your dog again. So.
yeah, I think I heard her running around up there. So, maybe we can maybe I can get some stuff read, get some stuff watched, and we can talk some more sooner rather than me having to take
Okay.
a day off and having to spend the afternoon. So,
Okay. Sounds good.
cool.
Okay.